Yo, it's been a minute, you know, it's actually been a minute. August has been a bit of a weird month. Like, I feel like a lot's happened, but nothing's also happened. Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys have been well and safe throughout all of August, and sorry for the lack of uploads. They will be more consistent throughout September and hopefully for the rest of the year. But today we are talking about NINES' brand new album, Crabs in a Bucket. 2 of the tracks, Airplane Mode and Clout, we've already heard, so we're not gonna do reactions to any of those songs, but for the rest, we've got 15 brand new ones. I feel like NINES is an artist who's got better as he's got older and he's maturing into his sound. Me personally, towards like 2013, 14, 15, I felt like he was a bit too monotonous for me, like just one voice, and there wasn't really nothing too great. His bars were good, but it's just the delivery was lackluster for me. Whereas now I think in the last couple of years he's really improved that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he does on this. But if you're excited for the return of the review series, then make sure you leave a like on the video and also subscribe if you're new and this is the first time you're watching one of the reviews. Let's get into this one. Track number 1 is the intro. Let's see what this is saying. All right, get a nice smooth start.
I had beef, I had the time of my life. Came home, found out my dad had cancer, could've cried all night. Told my it too busy moving these pies. Guess the hood got me institutionalized.
I think this album's gonna be good, you know. We're kind of getting the same aesthetic sound as Crop Circle was. This song reminds me like Venting from Dave. Slightly different sound to it, but it's got that same feel and it would sit well after that on any other album. I like the way he addresses a lot of the stuff, you know, in his life that's been going from Crop Circle to this album, Crabs in the Bucket, you know, where he talks about, yo, everyone thought I was in Penn, but nah, I was just chilling in Spain. But then the first bar that comes straight in where he's talking about him finding out that his dad had cancer and stuff, is like, it's quite an impactful start. I was kind of expecting it to ease its way in. Obviously we get about, I think it's about an 8 bar of just instrumental to like lead us in, but I didn't expect his bars to be as poignant and as sharp as they were throughout the track. There's elements of NINES looking back at his journey. So obviously it's the start of the album, so I'm assuming there's gonna be like progression and we're gonna see more towards by the end of the album, like where he is right now as of the release of this tape. But I don't know, but good song so far. Let's get into track number 2. All right, track number 2, frequent collaborator with NINES, Skrapz. I'm expecting crud.
I still play with pro buttons on FIFA. I ain't waiting, bitch, I'm impatient. Niggas don't say thanks when you open doors for them like a child lock. I should be in the studio trying to make a banging track.
That's kind of a bar, you know. You know what it is? I was thinking about it in my head. I was just like, yo, that's kind of a bar still. That's kind of a bar. He's been saying some stuff in this one. He's been saying some stuff. We'll get into it later.
Stop me like a bad habit. All I do is rap and pay taxes. Cook bricks with no magic. They need to allow me. They're bad, man. I don't need that energy around me.
The song flows very easily. Like, it's about a 3-minute track, but it doesn't feel like that because you're kind of invested in hearing what they're saying. Obviously, you've got NINES talking about when his brother passed, it made him into a monster. Now, obviously, his definition of a monster might be someone who's working harder in any field that he's working in. You know what I mean? I like the fact that he just said, I don't want this energy around me. I don't want bad vibes or negative energy around me. And do you know what? He didn't say it in a way that's been cliche and overdone like some other artists. He says it in his own definition and terms, which I do like. I think it's a good song. I think as a whole, further down the line, I might not listen to it as my main track and go-to of the tape, but if it comes on, I'm not mad at it and I'm not gonna skip it. Track number 3 is Clout, and that was kind of like the first record that we knew that, okay, it's NINES season, he's coming back in it. Enjoyed that one quite a bit. Not really gonna talk too much about it because, you know, we've both heard it. We know, you know, I know, whatever, about how good that song was and the visuals that was on social media and stuff that made the song better, because I do think that music videos and little promo arts and snippet arts and all that stuff can definitely increase the impact of a song. But I did like the song anyway, regardless of it. Track number 4 is Realist, featuring Nafe, Smallz and Fundz. I'm assuming this is the beat that he's talking about when he calls Quincy in the intro and says, yo, send over the beat and tell Nafe to jump on the track. So let's hear what this one has to say. This is probably a return for the favor since NINES was on Nafe Smallz tape a couple months ago. I think that was like April, May, whenever it was. We did a review on it. Go check it out on the channel. But let's get into this one and see what it's saying.
No time for us, so you know she always complain. No matter how late, I'll be starting my day. These racks still gotta get made.
They glow in the dark, see the bus.
I got a different flow.
Hard, I circle your block like there's nowhere to
switch up. I like the track. I like Nafe Smallz's hook on there. I like NINES' verse. I might like Fundz' verse actually a little bit more than NINES'. I do appreciate the switch up that we get from NINES at the beginning. It's almost like his flow starts with this kind of I don't know, I don't want to call it like a giddy up flow, but not like an M Huncho-ish kind of flow, but like the extra effects and stuff. But it kind of transitions into what we're used to from Nines, then Fundz takes over and it works quite well. The whole song was good, I just don't know what it is, innit? Maybe it's one of them ones where I need to listen to it a few more times, but another good song. He's keeping up the consistency right now, so that's all we can ask for. That's all we can ask for. Track number 5, Monster. Let's see what he's saying. Let's go.
The pack only had a bit of dust, support 8 balls. Now bad bitches at my shows like Nafe Smallz. Rappers, wife and hoes, but different strokes for different folks.
I know he's not calling Nafe Smallz a bitch. My mind might have been sleeping for a minute. I'm gonna rewind that and go back. Like, it's a weird bar. I don't know if it's just me being dumb, but it sounds like a weird bar because it's like saying that Nafe Smallz is a bad bitch at his show. And unless he say, and I feel like that's not what he's trying to say, unless I ain't been on Twitter in a minute, innit? So I don't know if I'm missing something out or something's happened between them and that. I doubt it because he's on the album. Obviously, I know what he's trying to say, which is, you know, there's bad bees in the crowd like they'd be at Nafe Smallz's show, I think. But it just sounds, the way it was delivered just sounded a bit weird, do you know what I mean? Track number 6, airplay mode. I ain't gonna lie. The man got left back like Benjamin Mendy. It sounded like that. That song is fire. That song is good. I like that one. So, I can't really say much anything about that. I do like the chemistry between NSG and Nines. I would say Notes. NSG and Nines on the record. So I like that song, innit? Like, I can't lie, I rinsed that song bare all of like, well, what are we now? Friday. So last week, rinsed that song out bare. So I ain't really got much to say on that one. So let's get into the next track.
I was in the trenches with my dogs.
Hey.
Now with them niggas in charge.
Oh.
Dogs.
Hey.
Now with them niggas in
Charge. Hey. In charge. Hey. Now with my niggas in charge. Wow. This was like Nines' version of Maybach music. Background was luxurious. The strings in the background and that kind of whole vibe that you're getting, and then you've got Nines kind of telling you a story about when he was 14, when he was 21, him buying a bus down in Hatton in his school uniform, getting kicked out after 3 months. There's a lot of stuff that's actually in these records, and that's why I do like Nines' catalogue now, because you can go back through it and you can go to from Crop Circle and now and look at the way he's delivering the bars. For me, is much better, but the stories are still there like they always have been. You see, like Ye, I like Ye in it, but Ye is more of a nostalgic feel in it. Ye is nice because it was popping in, I think, 2015, 14, 15. This is like an upgrade to that, and this is like a boss sound compared to Ye, but I like both, so I'm not going to compare them. I shouldn't have compared them in the first place. Let's just get into the next record and see what we're saying. But so far, what we like, 7 tracks in, 8 tracks in. Solid tape.
Yeah.
Don't ever change.
You my shawty to the
It's got a bit of a bounce to it.
Yeah.
Don't
Let's
ever
go.
change.
Just for nothing when my shawty play that game, I go insane, dog.
Track number 8 is featuring NorthSideBenji, and you know what? I'm actually very happy. 1, that Young Ads is not the one doing this track, and 2, that Nafe Smallz isn't doing this track. Now, obviously, I'm not trying to be deep to Young Ads, but I feel like D-Block Europe have not been on a great run lately, and I might get heat for that. Some of you guys might be now mad and be in the comment section trying to at me, but I don't feel like they've been on as good a run as they were on this time last year. Bear in mind, we'd had Home Alone and we're about to get PTSD with playing for keeps and stuff. A lot of the tracks that we've got recently, they haven't matched up to the same expectations, and NorthSideBenji somehow is like the best bits of Young Ads and the best bits of Nafe Smallz. And I'm not saying Nafe Smallz is bad, by the way. I actually do like Nafe Smallz, and I thought his tape was actually one of the better tapes of the year that we've had so far. But NorthSideBenji just adds something different to the sound, you know what I mean? And I do appreciate what he does on the record. Obviously, the track's about some girl moving mad, and obviously the hook's about don't change and all that. So not really much to unpackage apart from, you know, your standard like romantic song about, oh, it's not even really a romantic song, is it? Let's get to the next track. This one's featuring Louis Ray. So let's go.
Maze, doubled up my re-up, then I gave myself a raise. Now I'm wealthy off the haze, used to throw
Holistic, grown misfit. Fam, I'm like a shaved dash car, roll different.
Nines killed his part, but if Stormzy was on it, it could have been a mad thing. Like, I was looking at it thinking, if Stormzy was on that record, it might have just taken it to another level. Now, I don't know, I don't think Nines and Stormzy have ever linked up like that. Don't know if they ever will. but it was kind of nuts. But then when Louis Ray came through and did what he did, I was like, yeah, you know, it's fine. Why did I even think that in the first place? Obviously, Louis Ray is coming through with his deep signature voice that he's got. And he's talking about, you know, next time I got you for the meal, Burj Khalifa. Like, I'm not religious, but I'll still link nines at churches. Those types of bars and stuff, they hit well and they actually make it punchy. Like, I don't know if he's the one choosing the beats to rap over or if it's someone else, but the synergy between his rapping style and the beats are 10-10 right now. And I'm not gonna keep saying it because it's gonna sound repetitive, but he's doing very well in this tape. But my camera battery is about to die, so I'm gonna be back later when I do the next part once I let this battery charge. I need to buy another battery, you know, it's a bit of an L. So I'll be back in about 2 hours. My time, literally 10 seconds yours. All right, we're back. I'm not gonna lie to you, that was like 2 hours for that charge. It took long. Man fully ate lunch. I had a lunch break in the middle of a YouTube video. L. Anyway, let's get right back into the next song. I don't even know what it is. You'll see it in a second.
Now I give all the drug dealers hope. Break them off, they will block I and a pop star.
A little screeching in the back works.
Me, I'm a rock star. Can't park anywhere.
Money Ain't a Thing, featuring Roy Woods. Big song. The bar about wireless was deep, you know. You know it was there. If you're an artist, make sure you watch your belongings, or if you ain't got smoke. No, if you've got smoke with nines, stay away because you don't want to get rushed at wireless. But luckily this year, you're calm because there was no wireless. But there was, but it wasn't really wireless. You know what I mean? 2021 thing. But yeah, Roy Woods came through, delivered a calm hook. Pretty enjoyable, to be honest. And then obviously Nines talking about some of the same things. Obviously we mentioned the wireless stuff and a couple of other bars along the way, but again, production on point. Next tune, Ringaling. Headie one's on this one. No deal. It's kind of started off kind of slow and kind of calm. I just wanted a drill beat. Like I can hear Burna Boy Location. It's the same kind of song. Yeah, wait.
Baby girl, you know that man is calling. When you hear the
Come take her, my babe.
Baby girl, you
No
know
time, no. Different. More leaning towards the Afro swing centric kind of vibe. Bit like I said, Burna Boy and Dave's Location. Good song. Headie one on that kind of vibe. We've heard him before, so it's not like it's an alien thing. And obviously Headie one's been on a good run pretty much since everyone cussed him out for that Fred Again album. Yeah, I mean, we're getting kind of deep into the album and I can't say I dislike something heavy. Maybe Monster, I might be the only one, but let's get into the next track and see what it's saying.
Go buy a 3-5 or some biscotti. When the runs landed, I hit a cue. Before I saw an 8 stuck when I hit the Gorilla Glue.
Track number 12 is Flavours. I ain't gonna lie to you, that's just marketing at its smartest right there. Man's telling you about the flavours and the stuff that he's got. So I ain't really got much to say apart from the song sounded good, but marketing at its finest. Him talking about the fact that his stuff comes on the ship. It's not just shipped in other ways. I'm gonna say it like that. But you know, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Good marketing tactic from Nines. Let's get into the next record.
Yeah, oh shit, it's a flex. Yeah, it's the rolling on the protects. Nah, I need my diamonds on my necks.
You know what? It's another song where the REID guy sounds a lot like Nafe Smallz, and obviously we made the comparison between NorthSideBenji and Nafe Smallz on the earlier record. So it's interesting because it's like the placements of certain artists and how similar they sound, but as a whole, with the song itself, good bounce to it. Again, because I've heard these tracks, bear in mind obviously I had a break in between because I had to charge my battery, but a lot of it is kind of the same kind of theme. It's about trapping. So if you don't mind that too much, this is a good album for you. I just feel like at this point we are track number 13, yeah, and I'm still hearing about trapping. And obviously it's important for artists to talk about their world, but it's just like at this point, obviously there's stories and there's stuff like that. I ain't a trapper, I don't know, but I'm kind of bored. I'm getting a little bit bored now, but so far the album sonically sounds good. It's just the messages, they're starting to get a bit long now. Do you know what I mean? It's starting to get a bit long.
Then I told her that I ain't about, so on my camera outside my yard staking out. What the fuck, man? So I'm done with these groupie bitches, man. Let me get to the next record and then we'll come back and we'll start talking about the conclusion. Come like Nino if he didn't snitch. It's fucked up what Rico did to Mitch.
Movie Nights is another song that is a bit like Flavours, a bit like a lot of these songs where he's kind of by himself. It feels like, you know, Nines is just talking to himself in a sense. He's like, you know, I really sell packs, I do this, I do that. It's the beat selection that does push the record through. Because like I said, I'm getting to that point where I've heard enough about trapping for a while, innit? Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm probably gonna listen to this album again once I'm editing, but I'm getting tired of that. The trap, trap, I sell packs. I know, I get it. I know now. Do you know what I'm saying? But again, because the beat selection is so good and you can tell that it's been mixed well and they've put a lot of time into that, it does help push the song further than, you know, the message that is very much locked in this tape.
Kitchen counter, left the wax in the dressing room. Always got thugs around us.
All Stars 2, I think, started strong. Kind of got to a point where I started to get bored. I think because the beat's quite repetitive. I mean, I think the first two went really well and flowed over nicely, but I think the Nines did well. But I think after that, I can't remember which verse it was, but there's one of the verses in there that I wasn't really feeling too much. But it's the pretty much the last official track. We've only got an outro left, so yeah. I feel like I might be speeding through this, but I'm not. I'm taking it in. I'm running out of things that I actually want to say about the tape until I get to my conclusion. So yeah, leave a comment down below if you think I'm missing something, or you think that I'm or what are you thinking about this whole tape anyway? What's your thoughts? I'm interested. I actually want to know. So let me know in the comment section below.
Free the team, free my nigga Hydro, free cash, RIP Zeno, RIP Styly, let's go.
And yeah, that's the outro. Not bad. Again, it's a slower beat than I thought it was going to be, but it still hit. Obviously, he speaks about some of the loved ones he's lost in the past. He talks about the fact that, you know, everyone's seen the movie, but, you know, it could have been a lot darker. That was a censored version. So I'm kind of glad we saw the censored version, right? Trying to be out here seeing the real full story. You know, everyone's there. That is it. That's Crabs in the Bucket from Nines. And 17 tracks, almost an hour runtime. So quite a big body of work when you think about it from Nines. I think as a whole, it's quite smooth. I think the instrumentals that he chose and the beat selection was extremely good. It worked well with Nines, his voice, character and flow. I think the only thing I'd say let me down is that maybe there were a few too many tracks on there. Oh wow, why now? Candy Crush, why now? I do think that because he says, you know, a lot of the same stuff over and over, it kind of takes away from some of his messages. Like after a while, I think I said it a couple of songs ago, you get tired of hearing about trap. But as a body of work, it's actually pretty good when you look at all the tracks and the features on there. I think NorthSideBenji, I think his first feature might have been better than the second one, but I enjoyed that. Roy Woods was good. It was nice to see a international link up there. Headie 1 on that location sounding kind of song was clean. I think there's a lot of songs on there that, you know, you can pick out and you'll enjoy, you know, in a one-off. And then as a body of work, I think I'd listen to it, but I'd break it into maybe tracks 1 to 8 or 9, and then the rest from 9 or 10 to 17. I have it as 2 separate albums, and I think maybe that's the direction Nine should go in. But it's been good because we ain't heard anything from him for musically in 2 years, so it's nice to get something back from him. What did you guys think about this whole tape? Let me know in the comment section below. I ain't gonna lie to you, this was a slog. I ain't dropped a video in a month. My camera dies halfway through the review, and then yeah, it's raining outside and I'm about to step outside and start a bank holiday weekend and that. So have a good bank holiday weekend if you're in the UK, or if you're wow if you are locked in internationally, then have a great weekend yourself. I'll be back now with other reviews when I think something is worth talking about, and there's going to be some more talk topics as well. It's not just going to be music reviews, because people are still commenting on the Bugsy Malone video that I did in March after the crash, and obviously Men 3 came out. I didn't even watch that, so that might be a review coming out on the channel soon. But I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna stop talking now, because yeah, I know you got places to be or you got other videos to watch, and I'm gonna edit this. So I'll catch you guys sometime soon for another review. Leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the album. Peace.